Triple normal types with Calyx Ice Rider with Assault Vest was able to get top 4 at the Japan National Championship. We're going to be trying out that team and seeing how well it can perform. This team features Assault Vest Calyx Ice Rider, Choice Scarf Kyogre, alongside Wide Lens Technician Maushold with Decorate Smeargle. Let's break it down. First up, we have the Assault Vest Calyx Ice Rider with the As 1 ability with the Grass Terra type with Glacial Lance, High Horsepower, Seed Bomb, and Crunch. Japan Nationals being a best of 1 closed team sheet tournament for the most part until top 8 where the format changes a bit. This Calyx Ice Rider is super strong. We've seen Assault Vest Calyx Ice Rider do well at the last Japan National Championship that featured 1 restricted. It's still a really strong option because Assault Vest Calyx Ice Rider really hard to get rid of, and then the insane coverage that the Calyx Ice Rider is able to obtain is massive. The Grass Terra type resistant to the strong water type moves like the Water Spout and Surging Strikes, able to play around the Spore, which is super valuable, and of course resisting Miraidon Electric type attacks is a bonus on top. With Glacial Lance, High Horsepower, Seed Bomb, and Crunch. Strong Ice type move, the ground coverage, Seed Bomb to be able to hit those water types that resist the Glacial Lance, and then Crunch specifically to hit Lunala and the Calyx Shadow Rider. Very big threat and is very powerful. With the EV spread, it is 228 HP, a lot of HP because it does have bulk with the Assault Vest. 116 attack with an Animate Nature, which gives an extra stat point, but with the Decorate, you can make up for the lack of attack and really make this thing a monster. It still does really good initial damage as well. And 164 speed on the Cali Ice, which gives it a speed stat of 91. This allows the Cali Ice to pretty much outspeed anything in that base 110 area after a Tailwind is set up from the Volcarona, but it just allows the Cali Ice to be able to outspeed stuff in general. For instance, like no speed to a little bit invested in Incineroars, any Cali Ice that you might approach because they tend to run a lot less if they're speedy Cali Ice. There's quite a few Pokemon that could be hitting in that range. So yeah, having the access to a fast Cali Ice that's just able to tank attacks thanks to the Assault Vest and good amount of HP. You have good amount of attack already, plus the Decorate, and then you have speed options with the Volcarona, making it an all-around offensive powerhouse. Next Pokemon we have the Farigiraf with the Mental Herb that is able to help out against Taunt Pokemon, Armor Tail, which is really nice, able to prevent priority with the Water Terra type, with Foul Play, Trick Room, Imprison, and Helping Hand. For the most part, the Farigiraf can be brought mainly for the Trick Room if you want the Trick Room, which it can have some usage, but in a lot of cases it is mainly for the team preview threat because Farigiraf Smeargle could be a thing, of course, with the support Smeargle with the Decorate Farigiraf. That was a very common thing back in the day, and it kind of helps bluff it because you have Farigiraf next to Smeargle. You think, oh, there's the Trick Room mode guaranteed, but the Cali Ice and the Kyre can play outside of the Trick Room, so it does have that layer of mind games in team preview as well as the Armor Tail as well, but also still pretty useful against opposing Trick Rooms. If you need Trick Room, absolutely, because it's easier to sweep opposing teams. Yeah, this Farigiraf can get you. With the Foul Play, able to be effective against both Calyxes and Lunala. Trick Room, of course, for the speed control. Imprison, so you can imprison Trick Room so they can't reverse Trick Room. Or if you want to deny your opponent Trick Room, you have that Imprison option. And Helping Hand to power up the attacks. Across the board, this Farigiraf just bulky, 228 HP, gives a number divisible by 16. So you get maximum Grassy Terrain recovery, 156 defense with a bold nature just to be able to take attacks, get an extra stat point into defense, and then the remainder just goes into special defense. It just is a Farigiraf Armor Tail with Trick Room option, and it's bulky. That's pretty much what this Farigiraf does. Next Pokemon we have is the Focus Sash Smeargle, allowing it to live 1 really strong hit at full HP with the Moody Boost, giving a +2 stat and a random stat at the end of each turn, while giving it a -1 in another stat. With a Ghost Terra type that's able to help out against Fake Out and Extreme Speed, as well as the Fighting type moves. With Spore to put opponents to sleep. Decorate gives +2 attack and special attack to a target. Follow Me for redirection, and Fake Out to flinch an opponent and set up for really strong damage immediately, Trick Room, and more. Across the board, Smeargle was very popular at Japan National Championship. It is a big mon, especially in a close team sheet setting, because Arrow can literally have anything. It could run a Choice Scarf set. It can run the Focus Sash set. It has so many different move options that you have to prepare for like Fake Out, Wide Guard, and then the combination of Follow Me, Spore. There are so many more moves that Smeargle can have that could catch you off guard. It has infinite possibilities, although a lot of the ones have been the staple, really great support moves, and that's what the Smeargle does. The main goal of this Smeargle is to lead with Cali Ice, go for Fake Out support, Follow Me redirect, decorate your own Cali Ice so it's doing more damage, and Spore to slow them down across the board. It's just a very simple Smeargle. Going with max HP and max speed with a Jolly Nature and 4 attack. Across the board, this Smeargle is mainly just, hey, I'm going to be as fast as possible, I'm going to disrupt as much as possible, and help set up the Cali or the Kyogre for the great positions. Next Pokemon we have is the Wide Lens Maushold with the Technician ability with the normal Terra type to power up its Population Bomb even further with Population Bomb, Bite, Follow Me, and Protect. Yeah, so we see Wide Lens Maushold. This was a pretty common staple back in the early regulations of Scarlet and Violet. We've also seen it in some global challenges in the past. And it's always the interesting mind game of, is it a Friend Guard support Maushold, or is it going to be that Wide Lens Technician set? And Wide Lens does give a boost to the accuracy of Population Bomb and all its moves. It gives it a 10% boosting accuracy, which is nice because Population Bomb is a multi-hit move with 10 potential chances to hit, but if you do miss one, the move just completely stops afterward and is boosted up by that Technician, which powers up the weak moves that Maushold has, which is Population Bomb and Bite. And yes, this Maushold can bluff the Friend Guard set, but can also provide still redirection, which is still valuable, and very powerful Population Bomb because if your opponent's preparing for the Trick Room mode, a fast Maushold that just outspeeds your opponent and goes for Population Bomb to get really strong damage could be really disruptive. With a simple EV spread of max attack, max speed, and 4 HP, you run max speed on the Maushold to be able to outspeed pretty much almost anything. It outspeeds base 110s. You can break Focus Ashes on Chien-Pao with Population Bomb. Yeah, it's just a very powerful threat that can do a ton of damage if they're not prepared for it, whilst a nice support mod with Follow Me because Cali Ice and Kyogre are the stars of doing the damage on this team. Next Pokemon we have is the Choice Scarf Kyogre with the Drizzle ability to summon the rain with the Water Terra type to power up its water moves even further with Water Spout, Origin Pulse, Hydro Pump, and Thunder. Very fast Choice Scarf Kyogre is a classic. It's able to help out against the Calyx Shadow Rider, especially being able to outspeed that Pokemon and the Miraidons that might want to Terra out of the Glacial Lance weakness from the Calyx Ice Rider. It's very effective because you can just go for some really strong damage output for the most part. And yes, you have the pretty much fast water type moves. Water Spout, Origin Pulse, really powerful spread moves. Water Spout, of course, being the most powerful move Kyogre does get access to, but weakens when your HP is lowered. Origin Pulse for when the Water Spout's not doing much damage, although its accuracy is questionable. Same with Hydro Pump's accuracy, but Hydro Pump is a really strong single target water move that is able to play around the Wide Guard. And you do have Thunder if you need to get rid of any water types or Terra Waters. Hitting opposing Kyogre and Urshifu are pretty big. The EV spread, pretty simple. Max special attack, max speed with 4 defense across the board. Very simple standard Choice Scarf Kyogre. And it can help pair well because once the Calyx gets some pretty decent damage across the board, the Kyogre can come in. And again, if they aren't prepared for a Trick Room route, then they don't have Tailwind as speed control or Booster Energy Fastmon, this Kyogre is going to come in and wreak havoc with that Water Spout. Final Pokemon on this team, some more redirection with the Rocky Helmet Volcarona to chip away at your opponent that makes contact with the Volcarona, and Flame Body also has a chance to burn those Pokemon that come into contact with the Volcarona. With the Water Terra type, a great defensive typing that's just able to help out against the water type moves that can be affected into Volcarona, as well as still be able to resist Ice Rider Glacial Lances. With Flamethrower, Rage Powder, Tailwind, and Protect, it is a supportive Volcarona, always very nice, especially against Zamazenta, which could give this team some trouble, especially with a good defensive Terra type. So you want to be able to redirect those body presses, have some chip damage into that Zamazenta with the Rocky Helmet, and of course if you do get the burn into Zamazenta, it is pretty nice, lowering the damage output of that body press. You have that Tailwind support that can help manage opposing Tailwind, especially the Zacian stuff. You do have the Kyogre it can support as well because it allows the Kyogre to match the Tailwind on their side if they do decide to bring the Tailwind, and Cali Ice they can take advantage of because the Cali Ice will then be able to outspeed pretty much anything in the base 110 area. And this Volcarona, really all support, max HP, max defense, 4 speed, is just another supported Pokemon for the restricted Pokemon. So how to use the team across the board. The offer actually made a bit of a report, so I will link it down below in the description, so make sure you check it out. But they mainly mentioned it was your main lead mode is going to be Cali Ice Smeargle. You go for your setup, whether it's fake out plus the glacial lands, the follow me's, the attacks, decorates, immediately spore options, and then you usually bring the Kyogre plus Maushold or Volcarona back for the most part. I didn't really see much mention of Farigiraf, so I imagine it was either left on the bench a lot or only brought when you really needed Trick Room in the matchup against maybe like really hard Trick Room, I suppose, or if you absolutely needed another answer to Shadow Rider. But across the board, this team does focus on doing much damage, using the Cali Ice as a mon that's just being able to draw off consistent damage, clean up with the Kyogre and the Maushold in the back, or the Volcarona, just being able to support the restricted with Kyogre and Cali Ice. If you'd like to check out the details of the team and the creator in that report, I will link it down below in the description. And let me know in the comments down below, what was one of your favorite Pokemon to use from the new generation? Because Maushold, it was cool. It was cool at the beginning, and then Population Bomb was just such a strong move. But man, it is a throwback to the past, because I haven't used Population Bomb Masuhold probably since like Regulation C or Regulation D. Maybe we showcased it in a video. I can't remember if we showcased it in a video in a later regulation, but it's been a while. So let me know in the comments down below, what was one of your favorite Pokemon to use in the new generation at the start. But let's get started and play some games. Rillaboom, Kyogre, Amoonguss, Calyx Ice Rider, Raging Bolt, and Landis Incarnate. Okay, I feel pretty good about this. I like the idea of just leaning the Calyx Ice Rider plus the Smeargle, which I think is very effective here. What would I want in the back? Is this a Farigiraf game? I feel like no. Although it could be. Kyogre is like decent, but it doesn't really do too much, unironically, because there's not really much to do against this team. I guess it just doesn't do anything. Trying to figure out what the best option here is. It might be, I like Maushold. Population Bomb goes crazy against this team, and I mean crazy. I think I'll bring it. And I kind of want Volcarona or Farigiraf back. Debating about which one I would probably prefer. Having a water switch in probably is nice. I don't need it though. I think I'll go with Kyogre anyway, because Volcarona's, I mean, it's kind of tough. I'm willing to throw away Kyogre. I feel like the first three are really solid enough to be able to win the game on its own if I set up the Cali Ice properly. I'm just curious about how the rest goes, because I'm not 100% certain. But we're gonna see the lead of Kyogre plus Amoonguss, okay, versus my Cali Ice plus Smeargle. All right, I don't feel too bad about the situation. I could go for the Terra Grass plus Seed Bomb, which is a play that I do have access to. I could just go for a fake out Glacial, which I am debating about. Depends on how bulky the Amoonguss is, but I don't think Glacial Fake Out's that bad, unless this is Cover Cloak on the Kyogre or Terra Ghost. I don't think it's Cover Cloak on this. I think I'm willing to go for Glacial. I think I'm gonna fake out the Kyogre. Let's see. All right, fake out the Kyogre. Is there Rage Powder? Yeah, it's Rage Powder to avoid a Spore. So this is perfect. Perfect, as we get a Glacial off for some really heavy damage. That is a great start here. Oh, we KO the Amoonguss too. All right, one-shotting the Amoonguss is perfect. So it was a Spadef Amoonguss, and it works out huge for me because now I get the boost. I mean, there were like a lot of plays I could go for, right? Like they could protect and Terra the Amoonguss. There were just too many plays that they were available to them, but I thought they wouldn't want the Kyogre to be a Spored. But I didn't know if they were going to Rage Powder, but I guess that just works out. We're going to see Rillaboom come in, which is fine. Well, I don't see a problem with just going for a Terra Grass Glacial Lance at this point. And I think I'm just going to go for... Did they fake out the Calyx and Terra Grass Kyogre? I suppose so. I'm just gonna sport a Kyogre and go for Glacial. We see a Terra on their side. Is this Terra Grass Kyogre or is this Terra Fire Rillaboom? Terra Grass on the Kyogre. Okay. That makes sense. But they're weak to Glacial now. And because I Terra'd, they can't go for... I feel like that this is a pretty good spot to be in. Because I have a Solvest Cali Ice that's in a phenomenal position at the moment. They can't Terra their own Cali, which is also pretty good. So Terra Grass, Cali Ice is going to come in, and Glacial Lance is just threatening so much damage, man. They go for Fake Out. Yep, into Cali. So I had a feeling that it could be one of these plays, and this is why I made the Terra Grass and Spore play, because it kind of covered both of them, right? If they Fake Out Smeargle to avoid the Spore, the Cali Ice just is in a super safe spot regardless. And we force a Terrassalization under Kyogre, so I am looking to be in a very good spot right now. As I don't know if they're going to Grassy Glide or not. I think Follow Me is kind of worthless here. I think Follow Me is worthless because Kyogre is probably faster than the Rillaboom, and they go for... Yeah, so I think I just Glacial, and I think I decorate the Cali Ice. I should live Ice Beam plus U-turn, probably. I'm just going to decorate my Cali Ice and go for Glacial. It didn't Grassy Glide, but I imagine this is Water Spout U-turn anyway. We will boost up the Cali. And they should just Water Spout anyway. Yeah, this is Water Spout. Water Spout U-turn, which is fine by me. Okay. As they do U-turn, but because of the U-turn, they take so much damage incoming. I guess I could have Crunch Red, but I'd rather get rid of the Kyogre. And then Maushold is in a phenomenal spot. Oh, it's Raging Bolt back. No Cali Ice is goodbye. They really brought... They really were hoping that Kyogre could beat the Cali Ice, huh? Because literally their entire team after the Grass Terra and Kyogre just fell to Glacial Lance. Alright. Now, we could theoretically still lose... Actually, no, we can't lose this game. Yeah, we can't lose this game. Does Fake Out Crit knock out Cali? I don't think so. I'm just gonna go for a Glacial Lance, and I'm gonna go for Population Bomb. Yeah, I'm gonna be forfeit. Yeah, like, it's really unlikely. Like, unless I missed the Population Bomb multiple times, like, I don't think I can lose that. I could go for Follow Me there, technically. I just don't know if Fake Out Crit knocks out Cali. If Fake Out Crit knocks out Cali, it's still better to go for Glacial anyway. But yeah, like, it was definitely cooked for them at that point. Just the power of Cali Ice plus Smeargle, especially with a Assault Vest. Like, you saw how well it was able to take that attacks, especially with the Terra Grass. Kyogre, Calyx Ice Rider, Grimmsnarl, Raging Bolt, Amoonguss, and Fluttermane. Okay. I do like a Cali Ice Smeargle lead for the most part. Seems really solid here. I do like the Maushold. The question is, do I like Kyogre in this? Because it's not really that useful, but like anything else doesn't really provide much value anyway. So I guess Kyogre, because at least it can stay on the field for few turns or be a switch if I need it. Because Volcarona... not really doing too much. If I had Wisp or something on for the Cali Ice, maybe. But yeah, it just doesn't do anything in this matchup, I'm pretty sure. I guess unless I want like triple redirection for my Cali Ice, which is actually kind of legitimate, but I think I would want a backup power answer just in case. But then again, that's Maushold. I see Fluttermane and Kyogre. Okay. Versus Cali Ice Smeargle. This works pretty well for me because I should be able to go for Fake Out Glacial pretty safely. As one. Are you Booster Energy Flutter or are you Sash? Or maybe Specs for all we know. Alright, no Booster Energy. So we can go for Fake Out and we can go for Glacial. This is a pretty... Okay, they taunt my Smeargle, which is fine. As I do get the Glacial off into the Flutter. And the Kyogre. So I get some pretty good chip damage into that Kyogre, which is massive. Yeah, and we bring the Flutter to Sash, which is perfect. Okay, awesome. This upcoming turn, this is what I guess I brought my Kyogre for. Moody doesn't matter. I switch out my Smeargle to go out in Kyogre, and I'm just going to throw off a Seed Bomb into the Kyogre. That way, both of these Pokemon should be in range of Water Spout from my Scarf Kyogre afterward, and then I'll be in a pretty good spot. Because I don't know if they're going to taunt my Cali. Probably not. Well, they don't know my item unless they know the team. So if they know the team, they're probably just going to throw off attacks here like a Moonblast, Water Spout, or Origin Pulse, which is fine by me. They can't knock out my Cali Ice in this position. I think the only thing I could probably see is if it specs Kyogre with Fake Tears Flutter. I think that's the only way they could maybe knock out. It had to be Choice Specs Terra Water Kyogre with Fake Tears specifically. I think that's the only way they can knock out my Kyogre. So we're going to retreat Smeargle because it can be used later on, and we have a good offensive position with my Kyogre. I could have gotten the attack boost, but I don't really need it at this point. We go for Moonblast into the Smeargle. Yep. Nice. Origin Pulse dodge. Missing my Kyogre, not that big of a deal. Yeah. It looks like it is... It's Mystic Water specs. I can't tell which one. But I'm in a great spot here. Because I can go for Water Spout pretty safely. And just Glacial. I could cover the... So I have a few plays. I could think about how I want to position. I could go for Water Spout here very safely, and I could go into Smeargle, for instance, to set up a Fake Out or Spore plan. Or I could just go for Glacial to cover switches. I could also try to get in Maushold, but I don't think any of them sound super appealing. I think I'd rather Glacial to cover for any switches. They protect the Kyogre, which is fine. They're about to learn I'm Scarf Kyogre, but that's not that big of a deal, realistically. So goodbye, Flutter. And then we'll see how the rest plays out. Because I like the idea of just drawing off Water Spout plus Seed Bomb, I think. Because they're not going to Terra the Cali unless it's Terra Water Cali. Here comes the Cali. Well, Glacial Lance, 180, 90 power. Seed Bomb. Actually, Glacial Lance is stronger. Unless it is Terra Water, but I think that's fine. I guess I could Crunch anyway. Yeah, I'm just going to Crunch. Just do as much damage as I possibly can. Kind of curious on what their back is. They're not going to switch into whatever Pokemon they have in the back, because I don't think Kyogre is that useful. I think they would rather, if it is a Moongus, they'd probably want to save it. A Moongus is going to be a little bit concerning, but in the most part, like, I do threaten a good amount of damage. Here's Water Spout. A good hit off into the Cali, and goodbye their Kyogre. And here is a good crunch into the Cali Ice. So this should do like 40%. Yeah. Defense drops, so it's not clear emulate, which is nice. The Grown comes out. Okay. All right. Not bad. Oh, it's a lefty's Cali. Oh, so it's only Glacial. Okay, this works out really well for me. Who's the last? Is it Moongus? It is a Moongus. Okay. I think my best play is to bring out the Smeargle and Glacial. I don't know if they're going to Terra the Amoonguss. I kind of doubt it, but I think this is my best play, mainly because I like the idea of threatening to Fake Out Cali, burning multiple turns of sleep on my Cali Ice. They're going to Terra... Which mon are they Terraing? The Amoonguss or the Cali Ice? They Terra the Cali Ice, okay? Fairy Terra? Why? Fairy Terra didn't accomplish anything here. They also... Wait, what? Did they expect Protect? I have no idea what that play was. I guess this is a recreation of Gavin's team now that I think about it, from Portland. I don't get why you would ever make that play. Yeah, the Glacial KO's the Amoonguss, which, okay, it wasn't Fist F Amoonguss. Because I didn't get an attack boost earlier because I KO'd the Flutter with Water Spout. Okay. Very surprising. I thought they had a free Spore Glacial pin if they wanted to. So if I Terra Grass, I go down to Glacial, and if I don't Terra, then I get Spored. I don't know what that play was, but sure. Actually, Gavin didn't have a Raging Bolt, right? That's why I was confused. Yeah, it didn't have a Raging Bolt. What? It had a Basket Legion. I fake out the Kali Ice. It was leftovers, right? I'm pretty sure we saw leftovers recovery just now. I mean, it doesn't matter because I don't think they can knock on my Kali Ice anyway. Maybe a crit high horsepower if they have it, but that'll get me forfeit. Yeah, I'm not sure about that one. I'm just not sure about that one. I mean, I had a great start. Like, I positioned exactly what I want to do with Kyogre and Kali Ice. Maybe I could have found a better positioning to get to deny the Trick Room. I think the only way I do that though is if I read the Protect on Kyogre, I go for Water Spout and I swap to Maushold because Water Spout Population Bomb. I KO Kali Ice. I have no idea what that calc is. I have no idea if that calc works. But well, I could have maybe went into Smeargle, but then again, they could Terra Grass. But maybe forcing the Terra Grass so I can go for Glacials on my own is not bad there. So maybe it was Smeargle. All right, we have a Alolan Raichu with Miraidon with Incineroar, Ursaluna, Urshifu, and Lunala. Kali Ice really good. Terra Grass Kali Ice is actually amazing. This matchup, I will be bringing it for sure. I'm gonna be bringing, I think, the Smeargle plus the Kali Ice lead. And you know what? I'm gonna bring Kyogre. We want the rain for the Incineroar because Flare Blitz actually does a ton of damage to us. And then I'm going to bring my Maushold because Population Bomb does a ton of damage to these Pokemon, especially if we can force a Terra out of the Lunala, but also Bite can actually impact the Lunala as well. So might as well go for it. It's also immune to the Moongeist Beam. We're going to see the lead of Urshifu Lunala. So this is Dark Urshifu. Okay. Curious on how fast these Pokemon are. I don't think they're going to Wide Guard immediately. I kind of like the idea of I don't want to Spore in case they make a Miraidon. Do you make a Miraidon switch though? I feel like it's very unlikely you make a Miraidon switch. I think it's so unlikely. I think I don't want to fake out in case it's choice. If it's Choice Pantera Ghost. Do they make that play though? I can't really see that happening. You know what? We're gonna go fake out the Urshifu. We're gonna go for the Terra and go for the Glacial Lance immediately. Let's see what is committed because there's a bunch of potential plays that they could go for. If this is Covert Cloak Ursh, I'm going to be super sad, but not much I can do about it. If it is Covert Cloak, we'll find out. All right, no Terra. Fake out comes out into the Ursh. Ursh flinches. Great. Meteor Beam coming out. This is Smeargle. They might not have a move that can touch the Smeargle after this Meteor Beam. So let's see. Okay, they target the Kali Ice. I'm pretty sure redirection is actually really good here. I also am eating that up. I'm eating that up. Here comes a Glacial. Good damage. Okay. Moody, Defense Rise, and Attack Fall. All right. How fast is the Lunala? And I just go for Spore and Glacial. I think I could probably do that. I'm just going to Spore and Glacial. They retreat Lunala. Is this Miraidon? I don't think so. Instant, maybe? No, they did go Miraidon. That's... Wait, but Glacial's going to destroy you. Did they think I was not going to Glacial? Okay. Poison Jab does nowhere near enough. Yeah. Is it Choice Scarf or is it just random Poison Jab? Sure. I get Poison, which is very unfortunate. Spore going to fail, but I did go for Glacial here. Yeah, double knockout. That is huge. That is huge. All right. And then next turn, I think I just get a simple follow me here. I mean, yeah, I don't know what to say. It's a perfect position here. Poison Chip adding up on the Kali, but that's acceptable. Get an attack rise and the special defense fall. That shouldn't matter. Where you bring out? Lunala? Is it Ursaluna? It is Ursaluna, okay. They have to have Wide Guard on this team, right? There's like no way they don't. I mean, I think we just follow me and we go for a crunch. Also interesting because this wasn't Power Herb. I mean, follow me crunch is pretty safe for the most part. I guess if Lunala protects and then they go for Earthquake, but that's just such an aggressive play. We're gonna see a Terra come out. Is this the Ursaluna? Yeah, it's the Ursaluna because they're hoping the Ursaluna lives a Glacial. All right, they go for Terra Ghost, but doesn't change anything. Does not change anything. Yep, they went for the Wide Guard. Perfect. Beautiful. As I will get the crunch off with my Calyx Ice Rider to follow me. Will redirect the Ursaluna's attacks as we do get the crunch off. Goodbye, Lunala. And we also, guess what? We have Glacial Lance and we have crunch for the Ursaluna. It's probably going to protect to stall out my Cali, but even then, like, I have so many mons. Okay, they go for Earthquake, so I am losing my Cali here. I think the poison I should go down. No, 1 HP. Okay. As we get defense rise and attack fall. I guess I'll just reposition. How many turns of electric terrain are there? 3. It doesn't really matter what I do here. I guess I'm gonna go mouse and just crunch. Because they're just gonna protect the stall out this turn. And then I mean Kyogre next to mouse just wins. You do go for the protect. I almost debated about going for the decorate into the mouse. I mean, I probably would have won this game anyway because Kyogre literally just sweeps at this point. But yeah, I don't think it's that big of a deal. I do not think it's that big of a deal. Kali Ice will go down, but now we get to bring out Kyogre. We could go Smeargle again, but it doesn't really matter. No, I don't have Wide Guard. So yeah, I just go Kyogre, click Water Spout, and I click Bite, and I win. So, not how I expected the game to go at all. I kind of wish I led mouse because I would have probably blown up their Shifu. But sure, we will go for a Bite, and we will go for a Water Spout. This should delete the Ursaluna. Yep. Beautiful. All right. Not how I anticipate that game to go, but I will gladly take it. So felt like, yeah, I mean, I get the Miraidon switching out, but at the same time I kind of don't. I knew that there was a chance they didn't go for the Wide Guard there, because if they go for the Wide Guard and they don't get a Miraidon, I just get a free Spore into the Lunala, and then it's a position where I can go for Follow Me Glacial. So yeah, I mean, the fact that it was Meteor Beam Lunala just made it so much easier because they didn't have a move that could probably break the Smeargle's Focus Sash, and that's just such a big deal because of the fact that the Smeargle's just sticking around on the field. It's not really threatened by anything, and at that point, like, I just can threaten damage plus Spore, and they were pinned either way. If they choose to Wide Guard to block the damage, the Spore, then I get another Glacial the next turn. Yeah, it was tough. They couldn't really do much. Maybe they could go Wide Guard switch to Miraidon, but even then, I still have access to, like, Follow Me Crunch, Follow Me Glacial. It's rough for them. Zamazenta, Calyx Shadow Rider, Raging Bolts, Rillaboom, Smeargle, and Tornadus. Okay, I pretty much like the Kinugawa matchup a lot. I like the Kali Ice, I like the Smeargle, I like the Kyogre, and I'm bringing Volcarona, probably. Yeah, Volcarona is definitely the better call. I think it's always just these 4. Mousehold's like okay, but the problem with Mouse is always going to be the Zamazenta, because Zamazenta is going to be the hardest Pokemon to remove. Terra, I always Terra Grass the Kali Ice unless I want to Terra my Kyogre for extra damage, which could be a factor. But we'll see. I am trying to think about if there was a better lead here. I could have maybe led like Kyogre plus Volcarona, but no, I think I should always lead something that isn't too worried about Smeargle. The only problem dealing with Smeargle is the speed ties involved with Smeargle. because both me and my opponent are going to be running max speed Smeargle. I don't know if they're going to think the same thing though. I'm kind of curious on what they lead. Shadow Rider Smeargle would make a lot of sense to me, but we'll figure it out. That is Shadow Rider Zamazenta, actually. Okay. Do they think I have Crunch? Do they know the team? If they know the team, then they know I have Crunch. So I don't know here. They're the same order as the Kinugawa team, so they have the exact same. They probably had, unless they changed the sets, but I think it's highly likely that they didn't. I'm gonna go for Crunch and I'm gonna go for Fake Out. They retreat to Cali, I guess, to scout for an attack here. What's coming in? Oh, Torn. They actually brought Torn in this matchup, so I think they probably know the team then. Okay. I guess they're wide guarding here? The Torn is slower than Smeargle, which is an interesting note. Crunch will still do decent damage to the Torn at least. They protect the Zama. Okay. So I don't get a horrendous turn. If I get a speed boost, I get a really good turn. As long as I don't get a speed drop, I think this is like an acceptable turn regardless. Good damage. Special defense, attack, okay. If I was them, I would just click Wide Guard and Taunt. I would click Wide Guard Taunt if I was them. But yeah, I'm going to Glacial and I'm just going to attempt a Spore, I think. Actually, no, because I think that's bad. I think I might go Kyogre. This is risky if they go for Bleak Wind for some reason, but I think I go Kyogre. I think Wide Guard Taunt is just a super, like, the safest play that they can make. There's not really much I could do to punish it with what I have. Like, I have to make an aggressive switch in order to have momentum, but let's see. Yeah, they did Wide Guard. I think Taunt makes sense. I hope they didn't Bleak Wind, but we'll see. Yeah, perfect. Okay, got that read right. Really good. We're gonna Hydro Pump the Torn because I need to play around the Wide Guard. And I think we're gonna switch into Volcarona. Yeah. So we're gonna Hydro Pump and switch to Volk. Because we don't want to take too much damage on our Ice Rider for nothing. The problem is we did commit our Terrestrialization, so we don't have Terra Water Hydro Pump to threaten the Shadow Rider, but I still think that is okay. We bring out the Volk. I'm not gonna Tailwind, right? They Terra the Zamazenta most likely. This is Terra Dragon, which is cool. Which means they can't Terra the Shadow Rider, which is kind of massive. They Grass Terra. Oh, they Wide Guard. Oh, to fearing Hydro Pump and Glacial. Okay, perfect. Please hit Hydro. Oh, they taunt my Cali Ice. Wait, do they not know the team? Because the or did they read the switch? Maybe they read the switch into Smeargle. But this works out. I get a Hydro Pump off. Goodbye, Torn. Massive. Okay. That's a pretty good start here. Smeargle coming in. I don't see a problem going for a Flamethrower and swapping out into my Cali Ice. Well, they can Body Press. Do I just draw off? I don't want to draw off Hydros because I feel like I should have a Win Con or Shadow Rider just in case. I think we just go out into our own Cali Ice and Flamethrower this Smeargle because we avoid Spore if they decide to go for it. And we break a Sash on Smeargle, which I think is massive. All right, Cali Ice on the field. You go for Body Press and Spore. Yeah, they spored my Kyogre perfect. As I do break a sash with the flamethrower. Good damage. Attack raise and special attack drop. I kind of have to be careful about this because there's one angle. Actually, I think the play is just to always flamethrower the Smeargle. Actually, I don't love this spot because of the Volcarona taunt. They get a free spore into my Volcarona, which is bad. I think I should Glacial here. The question is, what am I doing in the end the game? Do I need Smeargle? I think I'm just gonna flamethrower attempt, and I hope I locked in the Glacial. All right, they wide guard, which is fine. Buying turns to stall out the taunt and the spore sleeps aren't bad for me, because this means that they don't get a free switch to Shadow Rider. I am perfectly happy with this spot. Do I crunch the Zama the next turn? There's a world I crunch the Shadow the Zama slot, because they might self-decorate. Bulk shakes off the taunt. Moody, they get the attack rise. Speedfall. I would have loved that a turn earlier, but sure. Last turn of rain. I think I'm gonna Rage Powder, and I think I'm gonna attempt to crunch the Zama slot. Almost. I knew that Smeargle could switch out too, but I wasn't sure which one. Okay. Do we wake up? Oh, they wide guard and not body pressed? Okay. Wait, no, this is fine. I know. Okay. I didn't wake up, so that actually works out for me. Oh, they're not gonna wide guard. I just revealed I'm willing to go for crunch. I think they either try to go Smeargle for the Zamazenta, or they're just... I think I just spam Rage Powder and I crunch. The thing is, they could go out into Smeargle for the Zamazenta slot, so they can have Follow Me Redirection next turn. Or Nasty Plot, but yeah, I'm just gonna crunch. Yeah, they stayed in. But unfortunately, I took 3 turns sleep, so now I'm just going down to... Do I go down to Astral Body Press? This is close. I pretty much think I do, though. They got a lot of damage. Body Press. That's unlucky. So I did get the Rage. Well, actually, no. Wait. Why am I Rage Powdering? I just realized. Why am I Rage Powdering? I gotta think about how I angle this, but I think it's probably okay. Okay, I think I know what to do. So we're gonna go out into our Kyogre. I think it's gonna come down to does Hydro Pump KO after that life or recoil. I just realized, why did I Rage Powder? Dude, Rage Powder was so bad because I forgot that it's a grass type terror. I bet some of you were yelling me in the comments because of that, and I 100% agree. You should have roasted me. We go for Hydro Pump into Cali. They're probably going to protect, but I don't need the damage on Zama just yet. The important part is to threaten the Cali slot always with Hydro Pump. Bring out the Smeargle, which has Focus Sash. They're going to protect Body Press most likely. Yep, they protect Cali, which is fine. As we Hydro Pump into the Protect, which is fine. And now we threaten Fake Out into Hydro Pump into Follow Me Hydro Pump, which is what's important. Because as long as we get rid of the Cali, we can maybe win the game. And I mean maybe isn't a big maybe. But we'll Fake Out, we'll Hydro Pump. Okay, it's a winnable game, but it's super scary. I need Hydro Pump to KO the Cali though. If I don't KO the Cali, I just guaranteed lose here. So we need Hydro Pump to KO Cali. which I don't know if it does. It's single target Hydro Pump, so it'll do a good amount of damage, but Cali Shadow is a pretty bulky Pokemon, and they did run a good amount of HP on the Cali Shadow. All right, they're taking a risk. Get the Hydro Pump off. Okay. Shadow Rider gone. That's massive. Flinch. Attack raise. Speed fall. That's bad. Smeargle comes in. There's a rain. They're gonna fake out. Who did they fake out? Did they fake out the Smeargle or did they fake out the Kyogre? I think we just spore the Smeargle and we go for Hydro Pump into the Smeargle. As long as we negate the Smeargle, I think we're fine. We fake out my Smeargle, which is cool. As we get the Hydro Pump. KO into Smeargle, great. I guess I should swap out in the Volk, but I'm worried that the extra damage from into the Volk puts me in range of an attack. Oh, they body press the Smeargle. Interesting. Okay. Volcarona in. This is super close. This is super close. I mean, we just draw off Hydro Pumps and Flamethrowers. There's not much else to do. They might body press my Kyogre reading and protect, but we'll see. That's a lot of damage actually in the Zama. They body press. Okay, they take the Rocky Helmet. They're about to take a Flamethrower because we took 3 turns of sleep. I think we win. No, we win guaranteed actually because Rage Powder always wins. Okay, no, it technically doesn't. But we're good here. Yeah, because technically we can miss Hydro Pumps and then struggle into Kyogre feigning, and then they could body press KO the Volk. But they didn't go for like multiple protects because I don't think they were counting the Hydro Pump power points. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I am so upset at myself for Rage Powdering in front of Zama. I guess it didn't matter. I stayed asleep, but like Flamethrower damage would have made it easier. Tailwind would have been a better spot so I could threaten to Spore off into the Shadow Rider. Like, I found ways to get around that position with Fake Out with Smeargle because stalling the turns out was so important, allowing the Kyogre to get multiple hits off. If they fake out the Kyogre and they body press the Kyogre on that turn where the Smeargle came in, then I Spore the Smeargle slot, then I go for Decorate Flamethrower into a Follow Me Flamethrower, and I think that secures it. I actually had the end game as long as we were hitting Hydros, and holy, we did hit the Hydros. All right, we have Rillaboom, Calyx, Shadow Rider, Zamazenta, Raging Bolt, Smeargle, and Tornadus. Interesting to note, this is Kinugawa's team, but this is not the rental code because Smeargle and Tornadus are in different places. All right. I'm trying to figure out what I go here because I feel like this match was pretty rough. I think we go with Volcarona plus... Do I lead Kyogre? Actually, do I lead Volcarona? Volcarona's good here against the Zamazenta. I'm not exactly too sure. There is their Smeargle on their side. I think lead-wise, it's okay to go with Cali Ice plus the Smeargle. I could Population Bomb to threaten the Smeargle KO, which isn't bad. All it is, I don't know if I live Life Orb attack from the Shadow Rider. But also the fact that they would probably lead Zamazenta against my team anyway, so that shouldn't be a big deal. I think I go with Cali Ice Smeargle with Volcarona Kyogre back. Their team is really weak to Volk. A lot of this game is just going to come down to how well I can position. Luckily, Terra Grass should be really good here. I don't think they're bringing Torn in the matchup. Let's see what they lead here. Going to be the Zamazenta and Smeargle. Okay, so this is not like a surprising lead at all for me as I lead my Smeargle and Cali Ice. Okay. A lot of possibilities. A lot of possibilities. I don't want Cali Ice super weakened. But I don't know. What should I commit here? Because my Smeargle is max speed. We could go for the speed tie. I could go for Terra Ghost with Smeargle too, but that just leaves very vulnerable to the Kyogre. I think my best play is to go for a Glacial Lance and swap to Volk. Because they might fake out my Smeargle. They might, I mean, there's so many plays that they could go for. There's so many plays that they could go for. I feel like they want to avoid Spore, but they also don't want to tear grass. So I think they go for the double up in this Smeargle, but we'll see. Bring out the Volcarona. They body press the Smeargle slot, which is perfect because I do get the Rocky Helmet chip. Unfortunately, the Smeargle didn't fake out. They just went for a Spore and a Cali Ice. I could have went for the Terra Grass there, but actually, was it worth it? It probably was worth going for the Terra Grass there. Like, what was the reason I didn't go for Terra Grass? Can't really say much. Ooh, Speed Drop is nice. Speed Drop is very nice. Okay. Yeah, there's no reason not to Terra Grass, so I probably should have. I mean, there's a Torn if it's in the back for some reason, but I don't think it's likely. We're definitely going to try to fire off a Glacial here. The question is, what am I doing with Volcarona? Am I clicking Rage Powder or am I Flamethrowing the Smeargle? I think we throw off a Flamethrower in the Smeargle because we can't let them. Okay, they go for the body press. We can't let them switch into Cali and go for like a Decorate. The Flamethrower going to come out in the Smeargle. Good damage. They do Spore my Volcarona. This is getting dangerous. Luckily, I think Kyogre could potentially win with just Water Spout Sweep. I do wake up. I do get a Glacial off. Okay. Interesting spot. So this is Shadow Rider coming in. Yep. This is Astral and Body Press. I think with Assault Vest, I should live the Astral. I think my best play is just to crunch the Cali and go out in this Smeargle on the Volcarona slot. Or do I Tailwind? No, I don't think I want to take that much damage on Volcarona just yet if I don't have to. I think game plan wise, it's going to be tough because it's probably Rillaboom back. So I do need like one of Volcarona or Cali Ice healthy. They probably double up my Cali Ice slot. Oh, we see a Terra. This is a Shadow Rider. Yeah, they probably know the team then. Oh, wait, what? Oh, they definitely changed the team. They changed it because it's Ghost Terra. Okay. This definitely knocks out the Cali then. Yeah. Oh boy. Okay. And now they get a KO into or attack into Smeargle. Yeah, they get a body press off. Speed? Smeargle, do your thing. Do your thing. Get speed. Get speed. Attack. Defense. I have no idea. Okay, it should always be Sash Smeargle. So I'm guessing like the Shadow Rider specs maybe? I gotta fire off a Hydro Pump and I gotta get the call right. If I think they are going to Wide Guard, I think we Terra Water Hydro Pump and we this is so tough. I don't know if they Wide Guard or if they go for the attack. I could see Rillaboom switching in. And if they switch in Rillaboom, then I should Hydro Pump. This is tough. I'm going to go for Decorate into the Kyogre and Hydro Pump. They stayed in, which is really good for me. Okay. That gives me a chance. That gives me a chance. You go for Terra Water to boost up our damage output. Okay. Oh, Zamazan to protect. That's amazing. Please land a Hydro. Please land this Hydro. Okay, Terra Water Hydro Pump in rain should KO Cali. It wasn't Sash Smeargle. Wait, they Psychic. Oh, we have an out. We have an out. There's no way they risked a Cali here. I assume it's last Mon Rillaboom. I think my play is always just a Hydro Pump, the Zama, and Tailwind. They're probably going to protect Cali in a Body Press attempt. Yeah, I think I got to commit to that. If they attack, they got me. But, like, here's the thing. Yeah, they always protect. Excellent. Volcarona, if you wake up, I think we win. I think we win if we wake up. We hit the Hydro Pump with Terra Water. Also, we're clutching with the Hydro Pumps from Kyogre today. Beautiful. Thomasenta goes down. Get the Tailwind up. Get the Tailwind up. Wait, did... Actually... Why can't I remember? Did we take a turn of sleep earlier? We might not have, actually. Wait, it's Raging Bolt back, though. Wait. Okay. We go for the Hydro Pump and a Rage Powder. Okay, Volcarona wakes up. We have a chance, I suppose. Depends on how much this Raging Bolt does. And it... Wait, they Thunderclapped. Why did they Thunderclap? That's amazing. We are landing Hydro Pumps, but we gotta land a few more to win this game. Kyogre, do you have some in you? Do you have some in you? We get the Hydro Pump KO into the Cali. Beautiful. If Volcarona lives a Thunderbolt, I think we're golden. They should protect this. They could protect the next turn, I guess. They're gonna stall out the turn of rain. Yeah. I'm pretty sure rain boosted Hydro Pump, Terra Water into another Hydro Pump will take down the Bolt outside of rain. So I gotta land this Hydro Pump because it's the biggest one, because it's my only one that is utilizing the rain damage. And I think I need that hit. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure 2 Hydro Pumps with Terra Water outside of rain won't KO. There's also Hydro Pump power points I gotta watch out for. This, I don't think I can afford to miss one. I'm really surprised it's Bolt back. I really thought it'd be Rillaboom. Okay, Kyogre. Kyogre hitting all of them. Hitting all of them. Yeah, that's what I meant. Well, actually, Hydro Pump might have been close. You go for Draco, though, to KO the Bolt. But that... To KO the Volk. Okay. But that means your Thunderclap won't KO Kyogre. So you're going for a Thunderclap crit, or you're going for Thunderbolt into Thunderclap and praying that that KOs. Which, that's going to be close, because you're -2 special attack even with the booster energy. They protect us all that power point. That makes sense. Because if I didn't have power point up, this would have been my last one. I have to hit this Hydro Pump, because then they're going to protect the last one, probably. Yeah, I have to. Kyogre. You're insane, Kyogre. You're insane. Hydro Pump for the win. Goodbye, Raging Bolt. Oh man, I got every read right after like the mess up immediately. The fact that they were Terrago Sash. What was that Smeargle then? That Smeargle is Mental Herb, I guess? Because it wasn't Sash, it was Sash Cali. They changed the team and I was dreading that, but we ended up having a phenomenal position thanks to them not damaging my Kyogre. The fact that I was able to get the redirection with the Volk. Oh, it was a super close game. Kyogre just hitting heavy Hydro Pump. And sometimes that's what it takes to win with this mod. You need to hit your moves. Kyogre, Incineroar, Oranguru, Amoonguss, Fluttermane, and the Cali Ice. Okay, I do like Smeargle Cali Ice. I think it's really good here, and I will go for that combo. I think back-wise, it's Kyogre and Maushold or Farigiraf. The reason I would bring Farigiraf is to actually reverse Trick Room. The Trick Room's actually kind of annoying for what I'm bringing. Do I need Kyogre in this matchup? I don't. You know what? I think we're going all in on Cali Ice and maybe Maushold backup. I think that's better. I actually think it's better. Let's see how this performs here, but I will go for this combo, which I think is fine, as they lead the Flutter Mane Cali Ice, which is an interesting one here, but I'm all right with that. So as one gonna activate, I feel like Flutter probably has Taunt and goes for it. Do I care if it has Taunt? Not really. I think I'm just going to attempt to decorate my Cali though, because if I get a boost of Cali, it's so big in the matchup, because I think I'd just be able to sweep, and then I'm just going to Glacial. I don't know what they're going to do. They are going to Taunt, which is fine. I think I would probably not want to target the Flutter next turn, which is okay. We go for Glacial, we get huge damage to their Flutter. Brings it down to Focus Sash, not surprising. What does the Cali do? They also Glacial, that's fine. Okay. I have the faster Cali, so I'm not really too concerned about it. Alright, Moody Speed Rise, but unfortunately it doesn't matter because I'm taunted. I could have faked out the Cali, but it's alright. I'm going to go out into a Farigiraf, and I'm just going to go for a Glacial here. Try Crunch. They would probably switch into Instant anyway, so I think I'm just going to Glacial. They don't switch, so I'm kind of curious if they're going to go for Taunt, or they're just drawing off like a Moonblast or Dazzling Gleam here. I feel like they would want to keep the Smeargle around so you can get the KO with the Alley for the boost. Wait, my Smeargle was... Oh no, my Smeargle was always going to switch out first. Okay, that makes more sense. Kyogre coming in is interesting. Okay. As we do get the Glacial Lance off. Pretty big damage. They go for Trick Room. Okay. Now, unfortunately, I think the Cali is faster than Min Speed Ogre, which it is. So this is a pretty dangerous spot. I think we go for Terra Water. We go for a reverse Trick Room option. And we go for the Seed Bomb into their Kyogre, because we need damage in their Kyogre. If they are... I think the only thing I'm really worried about is like Water Spout Specs Kyogre, but we'll see. We will go for the Terra Water with a Farigiraf and hope that we can live attacks. They do go for Water Spout. Okay, Cali should live any attack from their Cali. Oh, that was a crit! That's such a bad crit. I thought that was just Specs. I don't think it's Specs. I think it's just Iron Ball. Get good damage on the Kyogre, but doesn't matter. Grim is reversed. Can I KO Cali with Glacial Foul Play? Maybe. I think it's worth the attempt. Oh boy. This endgame's gonna be super tricky. It's doable though, but it's super tricky. Cali protects. Okay. That's fine. We go for the Glacial. And KO the Kyogre. I wish I went for Imprison so I could prevent the Cali Ice from going for a Trick Room the next turn. But the Kyogre is knocked out on the bright side. Back Rise. Foul Play, okay. Who's the back? I mean, Flutter is coming in. So that's not that big of a deal, but the remainder is. Flutter in. One, I don't think they're Dazzle on this team. I think we Imprison to make sure Trick Room doesn't go up, and we just draw off a Glacial. Or do we Crunch? I think we Crunch the Cali. Because if they target my Farigiraf with a Moonblast, I get the Crunch KO into their Cali Ice, assuming they don't Terra. They actually did Moonblast my Farigiraf, so I should KO their Cali Ice, which means Trick Room should be denied for the rest of the game, which is massive. Okay. as we get the crunch up. Oh my goodness. No. No, they live. You can't be serious. I don't have faint or anything. Shoot. Oh. That's so bad. Okay. Winnable, yes. Unlikely. That's a question mark. They're probably going to protect Callie and sack the Flutter. So I need to get the call right. Do they protect? If they protect, I go for Spore and a Flutter to buy a turn. And then I swap out into Maushold, because Mousehold's the only Pokemon that can live with Glacial potentially. If they attack, then I should just faked out and faked out the Callie and just Glacial. But we'll see. Okay, that's a start. That's a start. He spored a Flutter. Good. Oh, this is so winnable. Okay, rain stops. That doesn't matter. Defense boost. Attack fall. I mean, there's no Moody that was saving me anyway. I think we go for a Decorate into the Maushold, and we go for a Population Bomb into the Cali Ice. I gotta hope last mon's a Moongus, I think. Gonna bite. Ah, they retreat. Is this a Moongus? Was it Population Bomb actually to play there? The reason I didn't try to cover for the Amoonguss is I'm worried about how much Rocky Helmet damage does to my Maushold. Oh, that did a lot. Yeah, the Rocky Helmet was a thing. Okay. Don't wake up. Okay. You might have a chance still. Speedfall. 2 turns of Trick Room. If I survive this, I'm in a good shape. I think I always follow me and I bite the... Oh, I think I might guarantee the loss here, unfortunately. I gotta bite the Flutter Mane, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Wait, they protected Amoonguss. Wait, that's so big. Okay. Okay, Flutter Mane down. Oh, wait, this is massive. This is massive. Woody doesn't matter here. Speedfall. It doesn't matter because they're just gonna Glacial. Okay. I have an out. They could self-Pollen Puff here. I'm -2 speed. No, it doesn't matter here. I'm going to switch out into Cali. I sack it and then bring Maushold and then protect Maushold. Because I think Smeargle might allow me to win this game next to the Maushold. Oh, this is going to be super close, man. Have we seen Terrestrialization yet on this team? I don't think we did, right? I don't think we did. I'll double check afterwards. So they could still have Terra Grass or Terra Ghost Cali, so it's going to be a bit of a mind game. All right, bring out the Cali and sack it here. So I can bring out Smeargle, and then I can go for like Fake Out or Spore. Because if they go for Self-Pollen Puff Glacial, I think this is a play. They go for Rage Powder, which is probably Glacial, or did they High Horsepower? Okay, they Glacial, yep. It's gonna come down to the Cali set. Also, it also depends on the Mungus Terra, because the Mungus Terra can still mess me up. I get 5 hits of Population Bomb. I need them to be enough to KO the Amoongus. I need to KO the Amoongus in 4 hits. If I don't KO the Amoongus in 4 hits, I lose. It's +2 with Decorate, so I'm hoping it's enough. I'm gonna fake out the Cali. And we're gonna Population Bomb the Amoongus. They protect, makes sense. Oh, they double protect because they're scouting. Alright, there's another loose con here. Depends on the Cali Ice Terra. Depends on the Cali Ice Terra. The reason I went Smeargle and didn't sack the Smeargle is because I was worried that they would self Pollen Puff. Oh, maybe I should have just followed me with Smeargle. If I followed me with Smeargle, I could have done a Glacial Land. No, I think follow me with Smeargle was better. Shoot. No, follow me Smeargle was correct instead of sacking Cali. I thought like the Spore would be better. Now it's going to depend on if the Cali Ice has Terra Grass. Or if the Amoongus has Terra Ghost. Okay, they don't have either. They need to land 4 Population Bombs and connect and KO the Amoongus. So Population Bomb, 1. Oh, that is nowhere near enough. Wait, is it? Come on. Oh, if I had 1 more HP too. If I had 1 more HP too, no. Well, I threw this game too. The play was to follow me, Smeargle, the last turn, on the last turn Trick Room, sack the Smeargle and go for Glacial. That also just won. Yeah, that was silly. Like, I didn't have to worry about self Pollen Puff if I just click follow me with the Smeargle too. Yeah, that was silly. Because then they would be low health on Cali. I outspeed their Cali with my Cali. Glacial plus Population Bomb guarantees to win anyway. Covers for any Terra as well. Oh, instead I risked on the Population Bomb. I guess I could have self-decorated on the Protect turn too. Yeah, there were multiple opportunities that I had. I just kind of threw this endgame. I can't win on timer too because I know that this battle has not been that long. So, close one. I definitely threw a win con that I had. I just didn't see the follow me sack Smeargle. So I saw Cali because like I felt like I could just go for. I thought the Population Bomb would always KO the Smeargle, and then all I had to do is Spore the Cali, and then I'd be able to Population Bomb. But Amoongus, pretty bulky, pretty bulky. Tornadus, Zacian, Urshifu, Xianpao, Fluttermane, Calyrex, Shadow Rider. Very, very fast offensive pace team. Okay. I would love Trick Room up. Do I need Trick Room though? Not absolutely. I think... I mean, I'm gonna lead Cali Ice. Am I leading Cali Ice with Smeargle? The problem is Pal Zacian is actually a scary lead. Pal plus Zacian is a scary lead. I kind of want to try Smeargle Kyogre. No, I don't do that, I think. I don't think the mouse is it this time, unfortunately. I think it's Cali Ice Volcarona. I think Cali Ice Volcarona is fair with Smeargle plus Kyogre back. Yeah, I like this. I'll lead Volk because I don't think they lead Shadow Rider. I think they're going to lead Xianpao Zacian because I think it's really good into like a common lead you would see on this kind of team would be Ferrograph Smeargle, and I think they want to cover for that. Oh, they let Urshifu Cali Shadows, not what I expected. Okay. Do I care that much? Not really. Kind of curious on their item, but I think this is a fine spot. All I need is damage to set up for Kyogre Water Spout. I'm just gonna go for a Terra with my Cali, go for Glacial. And Do I need Tailwind? I don't think Tailwind changes anything because I don't think the Cali outspeeds. My Flamethrower here? I'm trying to think. Attack doesn't matter. You know what? I'm just gonna Rage Powder. I'm just gonna Rage Powder Glacial. Do as much damage as I can. Because I need to break a Sash. If it's Sash Calyx Shadow Rider, I need damage on the Urshifu. The Rocky Helmet's gonna be impactful because I think that puts in range of Water Spout from my Kyogre afterward. So we just go for Rage Powder plus Glacial. And a close combat, it works out massive for me. Here comes Astral. Crit Cali is bad. I think I should let Behemoth Blade still, but that is not an ideal crit. Okay. I think we're still good. Depends on who's in the back, though. Dude, it's a Rocky Helmet's nice. We get the Glacial off. It's not Scarf Ursh. If there's Scarf Cali, I'm gonna flip because they have a Torn. Alright, we're gonna go into Kyogre. And then the next play, I think, for me is to Water Spout and swap out the Cali and the Smeargle to prepare for the priority Mons in the back. Yeah, so we go Smeargle and we're going to go for a Water Spout. Okay. Feeling pretty decent here. Feeling pretty decent. Terra-wise is going to matter a lot on Zacian, but we'll see. They could also Aqua Jet here, but we'll find out. Because it's not Choice Banded Ursh, that's for sure. We see a Terra. Please tell me that's not Shadow Rider. A Terra Water. Is Water Spout KO at this range? I have my doubts. You go for Detect. Okay, this is fine. If we KO, that would be huge, but yeah, we missed a KO. Astral Barrage. Gonna do a decent chunk. Yeah. Special Attack Rise, Attack Fall. It actually might matter because if Fake Out Water Spout doesn't KO Ursh, I might have some problems. But we are gonna go for Fake Out Water Spout here. All right, we fake out the Ursh. We get a Water Spout off. Yeah. I actually don't know if the attack drop actually mattered. We KO'd a Cali. They don't have Terra anymore, so the Zacian can't Terra on the bright side, but this is still really rough. What did I just see? Drain Punch Ursh? It's Drain Punch Cover Cloak Ursh too. I just realized that. Oh my. You can't. Do I have an out? I don't think I do. We're just gonna Aqua Jet the Ursh. Yeah, I got useless Moody's. I guess I'm gonna go Cali Ice and pray. I don't know if they're gonna attempt to Sucker Punch Aqua. I kind of doubt it. I think you would just go for Crunch Aqua Jet if you have it, or maybe they have Sacred Sword. But Cali. Oh my goodness, the fact that it was Terra Water Cali Shadow plus it was Cover Cloak Drain Punch Ursh, man. That's good damage at least. Okay. Yeah, I don't think there's hope. Okay, there is hope. There is hope in a throw. The Ursh is... They should always protect the POW and Aqua Jet my Smeargle, right? I can't win if they do that. So my either play is to hope that they... I mean, yeah, I think I have to go for the desperate fake out glacial play. They retreat the POW into Zacian. Oh, that makes sense too, because you are worried to sort of ruin, but the fake out, the Urshian fake out range. It would have with a crit. So I think I had, in order to play around that position, I mean, they Aqua Jet anyway, right? Yeah, so I can't even go for like a Spore speed tie. What was this team, man? Drain Punch, Cover Cloak, Ursh. Actually messed up so much of my plan. Well, also the Water Cali. Like, those messed up my plans big time. Like, I was like, okay, this lead's fine. I can Rage Powder. I can go for Glacial. I'm in a pretty chill spot for the most part, because then Kyogre's going to Water Spout, clean up both of these, and then I can set up for an end game between Zacian plus Chi and Pao. Then they revealed the Terra Water, got the damage in Kyogre, which meant I couldn't knock out the Ursh afterward, because they also revealed the Tech, and then they also revealed the freaking Cover Cloak Ursh afterward. Where I could have had a position where I could just click follow me plus Spout and probably okay, or like I could read the double up in the Smeargle, but that is not what happened. Urshifu, Miraidon, the Landorus Incarnate, Amoonguss, Incineroar, and Cali Ice. Okay, so I feel pretty good about going for Terra Grass with Cali. Yeah, it's like really strong in this matchup. I bring my Smeargle for sure. I think backwise is Kyogre, and then I'm debating whether it's Maushold, Volcarona, or Farigiraf. I feel like you're not supposed to bring Farigiraf. I think it's just for the pressure. I think it's Maushold. Volcarona is useful, but it's not necessary. I think this is a better call. I just gotta watch out for Terras, because if I Terra wrong, I'm in a bad spot. Because if I Terra Grass, the Cali Ice, then I'm vulnerable to their Cali Ice. So something I gotta watch out for. We're right on Landorus. Okay. Okay. I'm okay with this. I'm pretty sure that this is a safe fake out Glacial. They don't have... I mean, this is kind of weird because I don't know if they're going to try to do a Amoonguss switch. I think I'm just going to Glacial and I'm going to fake out. Well, here's the thing. If they switch into Amoonguss, they're taking a Glacial. Like, I could see the Terra Cali Ice option. I don't know. I feel like your best play is probably just protect and swap to Cali Ice. I'm just going to fake out the Landorus and Glacial. All right, Dave, play aggressive here. I knew I could have faked out the Miraidon, but didn't, unfortunately. But they can't Terra anything else in the later parts of the game, so I guess it's all right. Terra Electric. As we fake out the Lando. I mean, at least I get the Lando this turn, which is not... Oh. Discharge. Oh, I was staying silent because I was hoping not. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I can win, but it's really bad. I can win, but it's really bad. Oh, so punished for not faking out the Miraidon. I thought they were going to just play it safe, protect, swap to Cali Ice. But then again, I guess if they think I'm the fake out Trick Room stuff, then they can't really make that play because they kind of need the damage, so they commit. But, man. Discharge. All right, does no damage. Okay, it's Earth Power, not Sludge Bomb. Good. We get the Glacial. That's important. Okay. It's definitely Specs Miraidon. Okay. I think we're good. I think we're good. Well, it depends on who comes out here. If it's Ensign, I'm cooked. If it's not Ensign, I'm chilling. I'm hoping they just go Cali Ice. Ursh also works. Kinda. All right, so it's probably Bandit Ursh. I'm trying to figure out what the play is here. I mean, it's just Water Spout and Seed Bomb, right? Or I guess Glacial should KO since I'm +1. Well, actually no, I'm gonna Seed Bomb. Water Spout, Seed Bomb. Let's see. They switch out the Miraidon. Ooh, wait, that's really bad. If they KO Kyogre. Oh, it's Instant back. Wait, it's not Cali Ice back. Wait. Hold on, this game... Well, actually, I think I still lose. If they target my Ogre, I definitely lose. That did so much damage to the Ursh. Is it crit? Yeah, I crit the Ursh. Sash, so it doesn't change much. Okay. Wait, hold on. But because it's Sash, I should be fine. I should be fine here. Right? Because they can't KO my... Oh, they target my Cali. That's so good for me. The crit doesn't matter at all to me. Because the only thing that mattered was Kyogre was healthy enough to go for Water Spouts in the cleanup. I'm like pretty confident. Are you Specs or are you Scarf Miraidon? It should be Specs. There's no way. We bring in the mouse. Look, if they're Scarf, they're going to go for Discharge. I can't do anything about it. I'm going to follow me Water Spout. There's like no other play anyway, because if they Discharge, I lose because Maushold probably goes down to the combination of Aqua Jet plus Discharge because they would probably go for that play anyway. So let's see. Let's see. Are you Scarf? Aqua Jet does come out. Oh. It was. It was. Unlucky. Unlucky. But you know what? I got heavily punished. I think if I just fake out Glacial the Miraidon turn 1, I do just win the game. I do just win the game. I guess I overthought about it too hard. I thought they were just going to bring their Cali Ice, and it's like, okay, they can pivot to Cali Ice. They can go for like an Earth Power to break Sash on Smeargle and then go for Glacial afterward. But no, that is not how it turned out, unfortunately. It went really poorly. The games can be summarized mainly by that Calyrex Ice Rider plus Smeargle is able to be a great lead and disrupt a lot. If you're able to get a lot of damage or if you're able to sweep with them, is highly effective because it's really hard to break through a Solvus Calyrex Ice Rider, and then the Smeargle makes it more difficult with the Fake Out Follow Me support alongside Spore Pressure and the Decorate, which can boost up the Calyrex Ice Rider and make it so it is doing a ton of damage. The Kyogres are great. Mon that can lead immediately or just threaten damage, especially against the Calyrex Shadow Riders, as well as the Maushold that's able to put on a lot of pressure. For Rigraff was more of a Mon that would just like force the threat of the Trick Room, so they generally didn't bring Torn if they didn't know the team. And Armortail, of course, with the priority always makes it a bit scary for them to handle. Volcarona being a great support Pokemon, especially against the Zamazenta for the Rage Powder Redirection and the Tailwind as well. I think in a lot of the games we were able to get a good amount of sweeps with the Calyrex Ice Rider. There are some games that were a bit shaky, but thanks to Hydro Pump Kyogre were pretty effective. There were some games that I just couldn't do anything about. For instance, the Covercloak Drain Punch Urshifu was not one I would have expected. The double discharge para on the Miraidon game where To be fair, if I just clicked fake out Glacial, I think I just instant won the game or been in a really good spot, which probably should have. I really should have. I did not think they were going to give me the chance to go for a fake out Glacial Lance and then also be Choice Scarf or Rhydon just to go for Discharge immediately. So yeah, not what I anticipated, but yeah, I could have played out of that one. And there were also other games that I probably didn't play super well. Hey, it's hot here, 100-degree weather. The Rage Powder in front of a Terragrass Zamazenta and an Astral Barrage Shadow Rider. Let's not talk about that one. But for the most part, was able to sweep effectively, I think, position-wise. And otherwise, I think that I would have had some turns that I could have gotten away with. I think the only one that was really something that was just difficult to manage was that Urshifu plus the Terra Water Calyx Shadow Rider mind game, because I felt like I had a good plan, but they had the sets that just completely countered it. Team is fun, a little bit more one-dimensional because it's more straightforward, but those kind of teams do have success because Calyx Shadow Rider plus Miracle, pretty strong lead if you know what you're doing. If your opponent doesn't know, able to be really effective. The Yvesangelist Maushold is a super big threat because it's able to outspeed quite a bit of Pokemon. The Population Bomb is also able to do a lot of damage, and of course the Kyogre was a champion, and it pretty much, I don't think we missed a Hydro Pump. I do not think we missed a Hydro Pump the entire time. I wish my Kyogre at Worlds couldn't miss Hydro Pumps like this Kyogre. Like, this Kyogre was MVP alongside the Cali Ice. If you'd like to try out the team, the rental code is on the screen. Hopefully it's still available by the time the video comes out, but make sure you check out the details of the team and the creator down below in the description, and subscribe to the channel for more VGC content as always.